Alright, so here today we got some stuff to talk about. As you all know, with the upcoming update, basically almost a day and 9 hours, and we'll have this update, so buckle in and be ready for it. Today, we got some stuff to talk about, so if you are new to the channel, like and subscribe, it helps out a ton. Appreciate all the support, thank you all. Let's hop over there and let's get into the video. Yeah, so today what are we talking about? We're basically talking about one of the upcoming, again, things with the latest update. Remember, where we currently stand with the June update, we're getting, again, the story arc release, so that's there. Original story update, that's there. New hunter, new shadow. Keep this in mind, it still says shadow. There's only one update left for the month. That is obviously, again, going to be on the 19th. Remember that. As of yet, they have not released the shadow in the game, and as of yet, there is no confirmation or no, again, solidification that in a middle week after an update just dropped, we get something. So remember, the only time they can drop this, as the roadmap has stated, is again June 19th. With that knowledge being there, it seems like we have our little reveal here for who our next shadow is potentially. And again, with this, remember, this shadow is going to bring a big little buff to some characters we currently have in game. Again, let's hop into it. Let's go over here for the first leak. Again, shout out to Alpha Leaker for this. Again, he is the homie over on Twitter. I'm absolutely cooking with most of the stuff here. But again, we have Tusk. Tusk looks to be your next shadow. Again, not 100% there, but most likely we've had most things correct here. If Tusk is the thing, all team members' core attack damage increases by 40%. A very nice little hefty buff here. Again, provided from our boy Tusk over here. Keep this in mind. This core attack buff is going to be very good for helping out some characters we currently have in game, especially a character who is wanting or being wanted to be used. There we go, butcher the English there. But again, a character like Alicia. Alicia wants to butcher the dogs. And how is she able to do that? Well, with this, she's going to have a lot of help in at least achieving that or succeeding in that kind of department. Remember, very, very hard freaking boss altogether. Just keep that in mind. With this, it's going to be a lot kind of easier to get through with the buffs and everything. Remember, this is going to be a very good boss to kind of invest into, which is also why I've been telling you right now, save up your shadows, souls, right, or those crystals, yeah? Save them up, because remember, if a new one is dropping, and again, you don't want one of the ones that we currently have active, you kind of want to go for it. You kind of want to, you know, it's not bad. And again, if you have some of this right now, try to farm it. Again, complete your gates up until the release of the entire update, because you have a chance to obviously obtain some more. Again, complete some stories, some side stories, some hard story, reverse stages, do whatever you possibly can to pick up some more of this currency. So again, you are prepared and are ready for, again, the release of Tusk. So again, that is there. Hopping over here, we also have this. When maxed out, you can actually pick it up all the way to 70% core attack, which is not half bad. Not half bad at all. So again, keep this in mind that, you know, Alicia is going to get some pretty big pickups here. Again, not only Alicia, other characters that are based off core attack will get a lot of help, so please keep that in mind. Again, in the future, if any character releases that, again, is based on core attack, you might want to take a look into them, because there's a high chance this and that goes together very nicely. So just, again, realize that. So yeah, again, 70% over here. We have a little bit of an icon here. That's what it looks like when it's, again, in Codex, I think. So there is that. Again, Tusk, and then his symbol there. We have this over here, basic attack. The user attacks by throwing mana power towards the ground, creating a small explosive area. Damages 220% of Jinwoo's attack. We have the basic attack over here, basic skills. The user attacks by throwing forward-facing fiery blades. Damage is about 146.25 of Jinwoo's attack. We have this over here, tracking fire orbs, basic skills. The user creates a divination circle to the front and fires 6 tracking fire orbs at the enemy. Damages 417% of Jinwoo's attacks. Over here, erupting flames. It is, again, the user attacks the enemy with flames that erupt beneath the ground. The target is standing on 5 times. Damage is 370% of Jinwoo's attack. Over here for the skill details, for, again, concentrated heat. Basic skill. User gathers heat above their head to create a giant fire orb, throwing it to the or to attack the enemy. Damages 468% of the user's attack when using the skill. Applies the attack increase effect to all shadows. Attack increase attack by 30%. Duration is 10 seconds. So again, not half bad over there. That is basically what you're getting with the shadow. He looks very good, and again, he does have a lot of potential in the game right now for where we're standing. Again, this could be more beneficial to you if you don't want defense, if you don't want HP or whatever, right? Again, I still think that Igris and Blades are bleeds, yeah, bleed. whatever, is like two kind of must-have characters, or again, shadows, when it comes to what they provide and how good they are at providing that. So remember, you should always invest in those two. Again, if you don't need the bear or you don't need the iron, right, then you can consider this. We don't know also there's a prerequisite. We don't know if this is going to say, hey, listen, buddy, you gotta unlock iron and bear before even considering unlocking this one. Remember, we do not know if there is a prerequisite there, because remember, some content obviously has prerequisites. You need to complete this in order to achieve a new content. So again, there could be some sort of thing here with releasing this. They want to make sure you've unlocked all the other, again, shadows in the game before unlocking the shadow. Right now, there is no confirmation if that is a thing or not a thing, but it is good to just know that that possibly could be a thing. So yeah, do keep that in mind. And again, over here, forgot to add it, but again, unconfirmed Tusk Shadow might be dropping in the June update. That is kind of what he did say. So realize that right now, and that is again mentioned by the homie Alpha Leaker over here, absolutely cooking. Again, it did say it over here, June, new shadow. The one that we're thinking is Tusk. All of this makes sense. I think you can actually see Tusk in game right now and kind of view him or his silhouette. So we obviously know that is the next shadow. If we were to get a shadow, that's there. Remember also, July will also have a shadow. So if you would rather wait for July's shadow, and like let's say you're not even close to getting a shadow here, like don't trip just yet. See what this shadow has, and if this is a better shadow, just keep that in mind. Go for that shadow because it's the newer one, right? Again, don't know if there's going to be a prerequisite labeled on it, like, oh, you got to obtain this shadow to get this one. Again, no knowledge of that so far, but I do think that if there is no prerequisite, that shadow could be better. That shadow could buff somebody else. Like, let's say you don't even want Alicia, or you don't even have Alicia. Then that one buffs all of a sudden Cha. Like, it buffs, like, harder crit hit, or precision, or something, right? Let's say it buffs something really good. What do you think, correct? If that's something that you want to go for instead, if it helps somebody like Cha for you, Choi for you, CEO, Break, right? It could be that. Who knows? So, if that's more of a helpful one, you can wait for that one. As again, it's not easy to obtain this currency. It's not. Remember, as much as you go through your gates and everything, you'll maybe get like 2, 4, 6 a day. That's it. And then again, when you get through story and you get all the one-time things completed, you're not getting an insane amount. It's going to take some time to actually pick up that currency. So remember that, all right? If you don't want to like if you want to like maybe acquire this shadow being Tusk, but you don't want to again max him because this currency is also very hard to obtain, okay, then just get him and then wait for the next one. Do it that way. But if you really do like what Tusk is as a shadow and you want to max him, damn it, go for it. No one's going to stop you. Could be a pretty good investment. Again, for Alicia and beating the dogs, that could be the best way to do it. So remember, it's again, for each of us, we're in a different situation. And for each of us, we might have a different account than anybody else, where again, we don't have Alicia, so this one doesn't really help us per se. And again, we don't really care for anybody else who gets buffed by it. So we can go for this, who might be more of a broad character or broad buff, correct? Like buffing more than just one sort of thing, correct? Who knows? So yeah, keep that in mind, right? Post that, September's the next one. So you can clearly see it's again, looks like it's nothing, then 2, then nothing, then 2, then nothing, then 2. So looks like that might be the cycle, okay? With that being said, take care, have fun. That's literally all I got for you here today. I want to talk about the new shadow, Tusk. Again, this stuff is, again, all subject to change. None of it's 100%, but that's where we currently stand. As of right now, sadly, no patch notes. We're still waiting for that. Don't know when patch notes will drop. We'll see maybe tonight, tomorrow. Who knows? So, yeah, but update is in 36 hours about. Cool.